It's not every day Darth lets you have his assault dropship. Why does he get all the hate mail? He's such a nice guy.
Yuck, who'd want to drive an incubi anyway? Oh my god, it's either Python or go home, bitch. Yeah, that was actually in a PC too. We lost the match still, but it was actually a really fun game, a really close game. It was just really good. And everyone, likes to watch PC more than anything on YouTube, because that's what the Dust community is about, yo. It's about being elitist, it's about being OP, it's about being how good are you against good players, because for some reason people naturally assume that if you're playing PC, you're playing against 16 of the greatest fucking slayers of all time in the game, and that's just not the case, especially anymore. I mean, old teams like the old OH team players, Ancient Exiles, that shit's all gone, man. That shit is long gone. And you know what? Back then, it was totally fit of the month. Flaylock pistol. Before that, Cal Logi with attack assault rifle. And everything was just OP as fuck. And the attack assault rifle was like the most powerful gun in the game. And people were like, oh yeah, we need to nerf this shit. So they did. They nerfed it. They reduced the clip size from 60 at the time down to, I think they took it down to 18. They added hella killer amount of recoil in it, especially if you're ADSing with it. It's just crazy. And then people were like, wow, this gun sucks, and the gun now is kind of viable again. They kind of buffed it back up, but they nerfed that gun, the attack assault rifle, before all the other guns were in the game, before the combat rifle, rail rifle, I think even before the scrambler rifle. They nerfed that gun, and it was because the player base was bitching, moaning, and complaining, and a lot of people don't like Dust 514. A lot of people don't like the devs. A lot of people like playing the game for the social interaction or because of the competition level, but they really hate it. It's a love-hate relationship. They love to hate it, they hate loving it, and I think that maybe the player base is to blame. The reason Dust is so bad or unbalanced or the way it is, because right now you're watching a gameplay. This was a factional warfare, and we came up across the team of Fatal Absolution and Outer Heaven, some serious fucking competition, and this game, you know, came down to the end, and it was a good match. It was the best we probably could have done, so, you know, I'm pretty proud of it, because I don't care if we lose this match, because, you know, losing against good players or a tough team is, you know, that's fine, as long as you don't get redlined, as long as you give them a fight. We probably could have won if we'd done some things differently, but, you know, the other team had to pull out officer gear and spend millions upon millions and tens of millions of ISK to beat a channel full of random casuals. So I'm pretty happy with it, and that's something you can, like, hang your hat on, I guess. But it comes back to the community. There's always people that are just gonna play cheap. There's always people that are gonna find exploits. There's always people that are gonna give excuses to other people, you know, oh, the only reason you won that gunfight is because you're using the most OP weapon in the game, or there's people that just sit in the red line the whole time. There's people like Duna 2002 that just KDR pad like crazy the whole time, and really, I think it might be a good reflection of just how toxic the player base is, because maybe I'll link it in the description. But DS the Drunk Heavy, a long time ago, he used to make YouTube commentary. In fact, one of his first commentaries was about bashing me about the bad review I gave Dust. And you know what? That review still stands. Like, the game is still bad, and you can't prove me otherwise. But he made a song called Don't Nerf My Gun. And it's basically, it comes down to the logic of the player base being hypocritical and basically not really helping anybody. And this is going to tie into another commentary I'm going to try and give about CPM information, that the elections are coming up for CPM too. Will 8213 run for CPM? Will he not? Stay tuned. But the gist of it was that a gun is OP if it kills you a lot, if it winds up in the kill feed a lot, but it's not OP when you use it. Some people just only use the fit of the month. And the people that use these fit of the months, a lot of times they go into this crazy denial It's just so hypocritical, and this is how balance cannot be achieved and data cannot properly be mined and proper opinions cannot be given to the devs, because people are just hypocritical. If the Mimitar Assault at one point in time was OP as fuck, you know, and the Ishikon Assault Rail Rifle was, you know, one of the better guns in the game as compared to like the TAC Assault Rifle or the Burst AR, and you're using these OP things and you're doing really well with them, oh, it's because you're a really good player. It's not because it's fit of the month, you know. And it always kind of just dawned on me, like, how can you say that something's not fit of the month? How can you say something's not OP when everybody is using it? It just happens to be that every single fucking player in the map is using the same fucking build, setup, everything. I mean, are they all just trying to copy you because, you know, you're just a fucking icon, an omnipotent dust player? No, it's dumb. I mean, yeah, there's not a lot of variety in the game anymore as far as vehicles, suits, guns, and everything, but there is still little variations you can do, and you can be successful with a lot more in this game. And I think Rattati really did help the suit balance and the gun balance with that structure, because now you are starting to see a variety of guns in the kill feed. But once in a while they come out with a new buff or a new nerf, and all of a sudden you start seeing things keep creeping up in the kill feed over and over and over. And, you know, is it being overused because of some other reason? Probably not. It's being used because it's the most effective in the game. And if you're using that shit, don't fucking sit back and say, oh, it's not OP, I'm the one using it. You know, it's like people never give credit where credit's due. You know, it's the old saying, I don't often lose, or I don't often do bad in a game, but when I do, it's because of lag, it's because of the frame rate drop, it's because of the bad blue dots. It's like, you know, shut the fuck up. You know, if I win some factional warfare match against a really good player, boom, I'll go into the chats that they're all in, and all of a sudden they'll start blaming their blue dots, or they'll blame the lag or whatever. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Because here's the thing, are you going to turn around when you win and say, oh, the only reason we won is because our blue dots are better than yours, or we didn't have lag and you did? No, people never give fucking credit when something is going their way. They take all the credit for themselves. You know, they're OP, they're really good, they're not using fit of the month, they don't have lag, something's, you know, whatever's working in their favor, it's because of them. It's all skill, you know, no luck, all skill, baby. But if it's the other way around, you know, it's excuses, 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 excuses. And that's fucking bullshit. And that's kind of what makes the community a really toxic community, because, you know, there's people that farm ISK and have millions, billions of ISK in this game, so they can afford to run the best shit all the time, up to officer gear. You know, it's just crazy what they'll do to win a fucking pub match or a factional warfare match, you know, because it's like, why not? You know, there's people that think the matchmaking's broken in the sense that the teams are unbalanced or whatever, but it's like, these are the same people that back out of matches if they see someone good on the other team, because they want a stat pad, they want easy starter fit killing games. You know, they don't want a challenge, they don't want a good fight. Do you know how many people I know that in this game, if they were on my team, they would have backed out if they saw a Fatal Absolution OH stack team on the other side of the Warbarge? How many people I know would back out of that and be like, oh fuck. It's like, fuck, man, I knew what I was getting into in this match. I was about to back out. We weren't about to back out. We knew that it was going to be a fight, but here's the thing, we might have won. You never know. You never fucking know. You know, were our blue dots or our team lesser than the OH Fatal Absolution? Yes, our team was lesser. I will admit that. Our team was lesser, and I think we gave them the best possible fight we could. And that's all you can do. So, you know, am I going to say, oh, you know, matchmaking's broken in factional warfare, or oh, they need to have ISK caps in matches, or oh, you shouldn't be allowed to use officer gear because Fierce was using nothing but officer gear and, you know, 500,000 ISK assault dropships, blah, 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 blah. You know, that's all fucking bullshit. You know, a lot of people only play in Apex, a lot of people play only in Blueprint, a lot of people like to have fun in this game, a lot of people love the fight, they love the challenge, and you don't see that very often. Basically nowadays all you see is people backing out of matches, people pulling overpowered gear such as proto tanks and officer gear when they know the other team is terrible, and they're like, oh, then I'll just take this opportunity to farm them with my really good shit. That way I don't risk losing the asset when I die, because I probably won't die, even though chances are that's when you die to something stupid. You know, you pull out officer gear, that's when you get the red line rail turret to the fucking head or some shit like that. It's just how it always fucking works. But the player base, you know, you, the people, the player base, you have to really start being more objective about yourselves and really honest with yourselves. Is a gun overpowered? Is something underpowered? You know, people say tanks are overpowered or vehicles are overpowered, but are they really taking in all vehicles as a whole? That's an example. You know, you can say that maybe some vehicles are overpowered, such as tanks, specifically the Madruger, such as dropships, specifically the Incubus, but then at the same time, are LAVs overpowered? Fuck no, LAVs are pretty much useless in this game. You hit a fucking bump in the road and you're as good as fucking dead in them. I mean, yeah, they come in blueprint, but still, I mean, it's like an LAV is fucking weak. Even if you have a really tricked out LAV that you actually put money and ISK into, it's really fucking weak. So it's little things like that you have to really be objective about, and you have to really ask yourself honestly. For example, I play a lot of Caldari factional warfare. You know what the number one OP weapon, or the most complaining I hear in that channel is? Think about it. We all play usually as Caldari suits because we have loyalty point for Caldari, so we're all shield tanking. You know what we always hear? Yeah, you guessed it. The scrambler rifle is OP as shit. No fucking shit, it's the fucking one weapon designed to fucking knock our asses off. Here I am saying, well, it's not that OP, guys, because, you know, if you're up against a brick tank, and they're like, no, the scrambler rifle is still overpowered. It's like, well, yeah, it's a fucking shield weapon, you're a shield suit, you know? Galente probably bitches that the combat rifle is fucking overpowered, you know? People bitch that the fucking bolt pistol is overpowered. I think the bolt pistol is overpowered, but in State Task Force, you know what I hear? Bolt pistol's not overpowered. It's actually a well-balanced, usable sidearm. It's a good weapon. Bullshit! It's one of the top 3 weapons in the game, and it's a fucking sidearm. It's fucking overpowered. The scrambler rifle, of course it's overpowered against shields. I mean, you can't be angry, and Ariana said it best. Don't be stupid. Don't fight fire with fire. You fight fire with water. But yeah, I really encourage everyone to think objectively, think critically, and think fair and balanced, not just looking out for their own self-interest, and really, really evaluate themselves as these elections for CPM2 come up, because it really could make for a really good game if people were just honest. Get good. Scrubs!